Hi Rex, how are you? I have missed you very much, but I wanted to prepare something for you so that you don't miss your Spanish class and you don't get behind. We're going to review everything that you have learned these days through your going through your vocabulary and practicing what you learned in the last class. And also, well, that we're going to do when you come back, okay? I hope that you are feeling better and I hope that you have a chance to watch this short video. I'm going to be sending you a vocabulary to your through Quizlet. And it's going to arrive to your inbox, to your email. But right now, I just want to share with you some things, and it's how to change the nouns from singular to plural. And this is something very simple, you know, right? Just like in English, you add the letter S or ES. In the case of English, you add the letter S unless it ends with an S, then you add ES at the end. For us in Spanish, you add an S if the noun ends with vowel, or you would add ES if it ends with a consonant. Okay, for example, casa. How would you say casa in plural in Spanish? You would say casas. And like you know, the article also changes to plural, right? It's la casa because it's feminine, la casa, and if you change it to plural, it would be las casas, okay? So our articles change too, and that is the definite article. If you would have an indefinite article like a or an, you would change from una casa to unas casas. Those also change to plural form, because we're not only we don't have to say unas only or una for singular. The word una, which is interesting, can change to plural, and it will be like saying some. So you can say algunas or unas, okay, casas, to say a few or some. So that is to change the word casa to plural. Now, sorry, here's my baby. So if you had the word ending with a consonant, then you would add ES. For example, the word, let's think of a word, word that ends with, well, a word that ends with a consonant would be, for example, avión. Avión means airplane, and it's el avión. You would need to add ES, okay? Aviones, okay? Los aviones. And just because it ends with a consonant, we cannot say in Spanish los aviones. I have heard many times, you know, American speaking people, and we understand that if you make a mistake, it's really not a big deal. You will get it as you practice and as you hear the language more. But if you want to say it correctly, the correct way would be to add ES. From el avión to los aviones, or from un avión, if you use a definite article, an indefinite article, to unos aviones, okay? Now, there's just a couple of tricky things when changing to plural. And if you know them from the beginning, then you're not going to have problem at all. For example, if the word ends with, let's see if you can see it, with I-O-N, with an accent, usually words that end with I-O-N, they usually have a written accent, okay, on the O. Now, to change it, when you change it to plural, as we said, the word ends with a consonant, so you would add ES, but the written accent disappears, okay? So from avión, with an accent, to aviones, okay? And it doesn't have the accent anymore. I will teach you the rules of how to write, when to use written accents, and you are going to really have a lot of fun with those, because I'm getting to know you, and I know, well, I love them. And you're going to really enjoy them. They're very useful, not for, it doesn't mean that you're going to have to think through every word, does it have an accent or not, but it will help you in those cases when you are not certain. And when I explain those rules, it's going to make a lot of sense why, when you change from the singular to the plural, a word that ends with I-O-N and that it has an accent on the O, it's going to make total sense why it doesn't have any accent anymore once you add the es, okay, when turning to plural. So that is for words that end with I-O-N, okay? That is how they go to plural. Now, a word that ends with a Z, which we pronounce like an S, in Spanish, when, like this, okay? So, for example, the word lápiz, which means pencil, you add es, right? Because it ends with a consonant, but the Z turns into a C, okay? So, I struggle knowing which side. Okay, L, A, P, I, Z, or L-A-P-I-Z, changes to L-A-P-I-C-E-S when turned into a plural. So it will be el lápiz when it's singular to los lápices for the plural. And it will go from un lápiz to unos lápices. And it is also a masculine word. Is that clear? So the vocabulary that I'm going to send you, not only I want you to learn it, what it means and how to pronounce it, but also I'm going to ask you to transform it into plural. Is that good? Yes? Does that make sense? Okay. Well, something else that I wanted to mention, I went through it a little bit when I was telling you about the changing to plural, was the indefinite articles un, una, unos, unas. In English, you have two indefinite articles, right? A or an. And you use a when the word that is going to be the noun that you're going to talk about starts with a consonant. And you use an when the word that you're going to say starts with a vowel. For example, an airplane, right? Or a house. And I know that you know that one because it's English, it's your language. But in Spanish, these are our indefinite articles. And the truth is that the real indefinite article is always un, and then it just exists and it's masculine. We don't use uno for the indefinite article, okay? It's un for the masculine indefinite article. And from this stem all the rest. To make it plural is unos. I'm struggling. Okay, unos. If it's feminine, it's una. And if it's feminine and plural, it's unas. And I'm going to give you some examples. A car, un carro, because it's masculine. Un carro. A cup, una taza, because it's feminine. Now, if we're talking of a few cars, we can still use an indefinite article, and that's what makes it indefinite. We're not talking about a specific one, and we're not talking about only one necessarily. We're just talking of, if we would translate it in English, it would be very incorrect, but the best way I can tell you would be like a cars, or a houses, or a cups. Of course, that is not correct. You would say some or a few, but in Spanish you can actually use plural with your indefinite articles, and it will be from a car, un carro, to, we're just talking of cars, unos carros. A cup, una taza, feminine, to cups, indefinite cups, not the cups, but indefinite. We're not talking about specific cups, and it would be unas tazas. Does that make sense? And I have a few more things for you. If you have questions for me, please don't hesitate. Send me an email, send me a text. My cell phone number is 605-209-9382. Your mom has it. I hope you're feeling better. I have been super busy, but I wanted to take a few minutes before my next student, that she's coming in 10 minutes, to talk with you via video and that you know that I'm praying for you. I hope you are feeling much better, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday. And prepare your questions for me. I have a few fun expressions that you're going to learn that are a lot of fun, and I'm going to give you a little clue right now. Instead of, and I think I've told you something about it before, but instead of saying I'm hungry in Spanish, we say tengo hambre. We own the hunger. We're not the hunger. It's not like I am hungry. It's just that I own hunger. That's what I could translate it. Like it would be like I have hunger. And there are many expressions like that. Instead of I am afraid, we are not that. In Spanish, I am not afraid. I have fear. So we say tengo miedo. And I have a few or many more expressions like that that you're going to enjoy because they are so common. We use them every day. And you're going to be able to say so many more things after Friday when we see each other again. And I think that you're going to like that. Okay, so I am looking forward to hearing from you. Bye, Rex.